I did actually draw a picture of a woman with a penis, which at that time I just kind of figured probably anybody and everybody probably would if they drew. If you're an artist when you're growing up, I imagine you probably did stuff like that. Maybe, I don't know if it was just me, but I did find that arousing too. My woman had huge breasts and a huge penis, and I thought that was terribly arousing. So maybe that's a sign. Maybe that's my sign that that is my destiny. Who knows? But then there's the issue of if I do transition, if I do take hormones and hormone blockers, then I have to face the potential of having a penis and not being able to use it. I've heard of trans women taking certain hormone things, ovarian. What was that? The bovine egg. What was it called? Bovine ovaries, I think is what it was called, and totally destroyed their ability to get an erection, even though it worked for feminizing their body, which, I mean, if that's what you want. Which leads me to the question of, would I rather be able to use my penis and have a man's body, or is having a woman's body more important than being able to use my penis? For one, I'll never have a woman's body. Even if I do take hormones for years, I will look more feminine, I don't doubt that, but I don't think I'd ever... If I took my clothes off, I would not pass as a woman. I think people would look at me and say, this is a man who took hormones. That's what they would see. And even if I do have feminine features in my face, and even if I were to get my facial hair removed and that kind of thing, I might look more like a woman, but I don't think that if a woman were having sex with me, that she would necessarily see it as having sex with a woman. And maybe that's not that important. Maybe it's not all. Maybe the body is not everything. Maybe, if she saw something inside of me that she recognized as being a woman, or maybe something even beyond man and woman that she was attracted to. Maybe that's all there is. I don't know what else to say about that. I mean, this is something that's been on my mind. Then it is one of the things that's kind of a deciding factor in whether I take hormones or not. Because if I do take hormones and I lose my ability to get an erection, that would I would be depressed because of that. I wouldn't see that as a I would not be happy about that. I have thought about the whole thing about sexual reassignment surgery several times. It does not appeal to me. Even the idea of, like, if I were to somehow magically attain a vagina, like a real functioning vagina, that doesn't appeal to me all that much. And for some people, that means I'm not really trans, and I'm okay with that, because to me, my objective is not to be trans. My objective is to be happy, and if being happy means using my penis, then then that's what I should do. I'm certainly not going to get rid of my penis just to prove to people that I'm trans. Or to prove to anyone that I'm a woman. You know, because even then, only, I don't know who would actually believe me that I have a hole in my flesh that makes me a woman. I don't think so. Yep. Can you tell I don't prepare for these? What's going on with my eyes? Too much coffee. Yeah. It just seems like it is something that I'm interested in. It's something that I do watch tranny porn now. I have seen several tranny porn videos that I liked, that I thought were very interesting. And I still wondered, is that for me? Do they enjoy that? Are they just doing it for the money? Did the women enjoy it? Was there love there? Or I guess maybe not in porn, maybe there wouldn't be. I don't know any trans women who have sex with women. And yes, I do often use the word women to refer to cis women. Because in my head, that's what a woman is. For me, trans is trans. I'm not saying that I'm not a woman, but in my head, I'm not a woman. If that makes sense. In my head, I'm trans. But yeah, I don't see a whole lot of that in YouTube videos. I have seen a few videos of women who date trans who date women, and I've even seen some who the trans has had bottom surgery and doesn't have a penis any longer, but they're still dating, which I think is cool. I think that's very good news. I think that speaks a lot to love and that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I'm like, I still think that, like I said before, that it would. I feel like it would just be a tragedy almost. I almost feel like there's. But I don't. I think the reason I'm saying that is because I don't know if it's real. I don't know. Like I said, when I watch the tranny porn videos, I'm like, is that actually is that just some kind of fantasy type thing? Is it the way to happiness? And if you can't tell, a lot of that is coming from this kind of question of whether I should keep my penis or not, whether I need a vagina to be happy, which is not a question that I have a satisfying answer to. I do like the idea of being able to use my penis, and if I haven't made it clear already, it would be a tragedy not to use it, I think. But that doesn't mean that I was meant to use it, and that doesn't mean that I will be happy if I use it. That doesn't mean that I will fulfill the purpose for which I was born. And I do believe in purpose. So I feel like I'm beating a dead horse at this point, so I'm going to stop there and maybe go on to something else.